History and adventure unlabeled by mystery. This is Tariano Jones. How many gods are there in Japan? 100? 200? No, there are 321 for sure. This is because there are 321 gods that appear in Kojiki, the first book of Japanese mythology. I will talk about some of the most important of these deities while looking at the genealogical chart. First and foremost, I want you to remember Izanagi and Izanami. Their names mean inviting men and inviting women. These two gods are the ones who gave birth to the nation of Japan. They are said to have given birth, not created. Interesting, isn't it? At first, Izanagi and Izanami stood on the Amano-Fuki Bridge, a bridge between the heavenly realm, where they lived, and the earthly realm, and tried to birth a country by using the spear given to them by the gods. However, they were unable to create a country by their own efforts alone, and eventually they married, and Izanagi, the male of the two, called out to him. And the island of Japan, including Honshu and Shikoku, were safely born, thus making the birth of the nation. These two gods also gave birth to the gods. While giving birth to the gods of nature such as stone, earth, sea, wind, and mountains, Izanami was burned and lost her life when she gave birth to Kagutsuchi, the god of fire. Izanagi followed Izanami to the land of hell, where the dead lived underground, and what he saw was the terrible sight of Izanami. Izanagi, fleeing at once, returned to earth and performed Misogi to purify the land of hell at a place called Awagihara. Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, and Susanoo were born at the time. Izanagi and Izanami are enshrined at the Izanagi Shrine on Awaji Island. The shrine offers many benefits, such as marriage and martial bliss, as well as protection from bad luck and prosperity in business. Amaterasu, the eldest daughter, was born from her left eye during Izanagi's purification ceremony. She is the supreme deity of Japanese mythology and represents the suns and prosperity. She was entrusted by Izanagi with the earthly world. In fact, looking at the world, it is quite rare to find a myth in which a female deity is the supreme deity. She is considered the ancestor of the imperial family and is a deity deeply connected to the nation of Japan. Amaterasu played an active role in the legend of Amano Iwato, in which the world went completely dark when she hid behind a rock in anger at the violent action of his brother Susanoo and in the descent of her grandson Ninigi to the earthly world. Amaterasu, the supreme deity, is enshrined at the Ise-Jingu Shrine and is believed to be blessed with all kinds of blessings, including national security and prosperity of descendants. Susanoo is the younger brother of Amaterasu. He was born when he washed his nose in Misogi by Izanagi. Izanagi entrusted him with the world of the sea, but from the time he was born, he didn't listen to his father. When he cried selfishly, "Mother!" Izanagi threw him out of the sea world and banished him from the heavenly realm. He was also a troublesome figure in the heavenly world, annoying his sister Amaterasu with his wild behavior and was banished again. However, despite his violent temperament, Susanoo was also a brave man. He went to the aid of an elderly couple and their daughter, Kushinada Hime, who were in trouble in their village. He successfully defeated the eight-headed monster, Yamatano Orochi, through tricky and obtained the sword of Amano Murakumo, one of the three sacred treasures, the so-called Kusanagi no Tsurugi, sword of Kusanagi. The heroic Susanoo married Kushinada Hime, composed Japan's first waka poem, and became a man of culture. As the hero who protects the country, Susanoo is often praised as a god who protects people from bad luck. He is enshrined at Hikawa Shrine and other shrines. Counting from Susanoo, Okuninushi is the sixth god. He is famous as the god who created the land of Japan. Originally, Okuninushi was the youngest of his 80 siblings and was bullied. Yagami Hime fell in love with his gentle side and helped the white rabbit of Inaba. However, jealous of his brothers, he died twice. Each time he was revived, but he fled to the land of the Luz because he continued to be targeted. In the land of the Luz, Suseri Hime fell in love at first sight. Suserihime's father, Susanoo, the great god of the land of roots, gave him a series of trials, but with her help, he cleared them all and was allowed to marry. He then returned to the earth, defeated his brothers, gave birth to 180 children, and with the cooperation of the gods, created the Ashihara Nakatsukuni, from which Japan was born. Okuninushi is enshrined at Izumo Taisha Shrine along with Suserihime, who is said to be blessed with a bountiful harvest, healing of illness, and marriage. Amaterasu claimed legitimate dominion over the land created by Okuninushi, beginning with Izanagi. Amaterasu pressed Okuninushi by force and received the land. Amaterasu then dispatched her grandson Ninigi to Ashihara Nakatsukuni. Ninigi descended to earth with 10 other pillars appointed by Amaterasu. This event was called the Tenson calling, which means that the grandchildren of Amaterasu, who illuminated the heavens, descended to the earth. Ninigi was walking in a place called Kasasano Misaki when he met Konohana Sakuyahime. Ninigi fell in love in first sight with a beautiful woman and asked for her hand in a marriage through her father. He was accepted, but on one condition, that he also take Iwanaga-hime as his wife. Ninigi, however, sends back the not-so-pretty Iwanaga-hime. This infuriates Oyamatsumi, the father of Konohana Sakuyahime. Ninigi, who took only Konohana Sakuyahime as his wife, said that his life would be as short as the waning of a cherry blossom. It is said that this is how the human lifespan came to be. Ninigi is enshrined at Kirishima Shrine and other shrines as a god of agriculture, and is said to be blessed with a bountiful harvest, prosperous business, and national security. Ninigi had 3 sons. The first son, Hoderi, was good at the sea fishing and was called Umisachihiko. The third son, Hoori, was called Yamasachihiko because he was good at hunting in the mountains. One day, Yamasachihiko suggested to Umisachihiko that they exchange tools once in a while, and they agreed to do so. Then, Yamasachihiko lost his brother's hook. When Umisachihiko couldn't get anything in the mountains, he tried to get his gear back. Yamasachihiko told him honestly that he had lost his hook. Umisachihiko was furious. Shiotsuchi came to the troubled Yamasachihiko and told him to go to the palace of Watatsumi, the god of the sea, where he would find the fish hook. So he headed for the bottom of the sea in a boat that Shiotsuchi built. When they reached the bottom of the sea, Yamasachihiko fell in love at the first sight with the princess Toyotama-hime. Watatsumi's daughter Toyotama-hime calls Watatsumi, and she and Yamasachihiko are married. One day, when Yamasachihiko told Watatsumi about the fish hook, Watatsumi took pity on him and offered to help him. Watatsumi says, "Since I can control the water, you should make rice wheels in a different place from Umisachihiko's and make Umisachihiko poor." He then told him, if he bears a grudge and his brother attacks, drown him with this pearl, and if he calls for help, save his life with a salt-dyeing pearl. When he did so, Umisachihiko surrendered and said he would devote himself to Yamasachihiko for the rest of his life. Yamasachihiko is also believed to be the god of agriculture and to bring prosperity to business and marriage, as enshrined at Kagoshima Shrine and other shrines throughout Japan. He is said to have lived in Takachiho, Miyazaki for 580 years. Ugaya Fukiaezu was born to Yamasachihiko and Toyotama-hime. Yorihime was entrusted by Toyotama-hime to raise Ugaya Fukiaezu and became his wife as well. 4 boys were born to the 2 gods. The first son, Wakamikenu, would later become the first emperor of Japan, Emperor Jimmu. He is considered to be the ancestor of Emperor Kinjo, who represents the current emperor of Japan. Ugaya Fukiaezu is enshrined at Udo Shrine and other shrines as a god of agriculture and for his blessings of a good harvest and easy childbirth. Did you know all of them? In fact, all of the gods introduced today are main characters in the Kojiki. There are many more gods that I would like to introduce. If you want to hear more about them, please comment. And the Kojiki is a really crazy story. Please check out the video on Kojiki. If you enjoy the video, please like it and share it with your friend. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for watching to the end. See you soon for another adventure with me in the history of the world. This is Tariano Jones.